Hey Rebels, okay, we're back at it again. Let's go ahead and finish pulling out the rest of your cards and see what this is all about. And I felt the energy, honey, but it is here. It is present. Okay. So I'm noticing that there is a lot of wine energy going on. Hangman, right? In the world. Bottom of the deck energy. Three of Wands. A lot of wine energy. And the Knight of Cups wanted to show itself. So you've been going through a lot of spiritual lessons, and not just spiritual lessons, but obviously lessons here in third dimensional world. Here with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Wands, I'm getting this energy of you looking back and seeing how far it is that you've actually come, all the obstacles that you have endured, all the trap spaces that you realize that the anxiety that existed then when you were in those perceived trap spaces, you're now seeing that they weren't as bad as they were because things could have been a lot worse. Here with the world and the hangman, you're looking overall at your entire life and seeing things completely differently, applauding yourself, rewarding yourself, giving that grace to yourself to be able to just breathe and sigh it out, and realizing that shit could have really been a lot worse. There's maybe even those times that you felt that, you know, certain experiences would have taken you out. And here with the Lovers and the Five of Wands clarified with the Tower, you fought through so much, you've been deceived in so many ways, and there is this message of Spirit really wanting to allow you the breathing room to be able to appreciate yourself for the fight that you put up, the courage that needed to be had, that you exhibited, that you applied for yourself and your quality of life, for you to get to this place of understanding that your life just as well has value, and it's no match in measurement to anyone else's. Seeing yourself as an individual, living in the light of yourself, getting rid of the whole concept of playing the blame game and needing someone else to take responsibility for your downfall. You're acknowledging that how others were the catalyst to invite you to change. And Spirit really wants you to acknowledge and see and acknowledge yourself. Acknowledge is a very big word here. Spirit really wants you to see yourself and be proud of yourself, even if you are not positioned in life where you hope to be at this point in time. There is so much that you have endured that others are still stuck in. There is so much that you have endured that others could never see themselves in. I'm hearing somebody saying, "Well, that couldn't have been me, and if I would have been in that situation, I would have did XYZ." But they have no clue of what it took for you to be able to get yourself out of those trapped spaces, to get yourself out of those ways of confinement, to get yourself out of those ways of conditioning, of feeling like, and not just feeling like, but experiencing life as in, this is just the way that things are meant to be. This is just the way things are. You have opened up your brain, your dome. I'm here, your dome, your biodome, to expand your horizons beyond what the eye can see, what the ears can hear. And you have done some very amazing, miraculous things with your life and with your affection and your personal intimacy towards yourself. Here with the Magician card, there is so much about your life that you are even looking back at, questioning yourself of how did you do it? How did you make it happen? You know it was you. You know you were the one who was there. You're looking at the turning points and trying to even spot, find the turning point in the map the blueprint of your head, of your identity, and say, at what point did I find the courage to? Because they were scary situations, right? Oh my goodness. Applaud yourself, reward yourself. Understand that the same way that you may be feeling about yourself, about anything that you are fearing, anything that you feel trapped in, remember that courage that you have had, that you have exhibited, that you have assisted in, that has helped you out of past situations. That same courage, but molded and modeled differently, is so useful to you now. Moving right along with the Ten of Wands and the Four of Wands. There is this conflicting energy oh my goodness, Rebel, you are so amazing. There is this conflicting energy that people see on you, where they see your stress. They see all the things that are, at your feet, the things that you have on your back, on your shoulders, at your table, all the things that you have to handle. And somehow, oh, confirmation, somehow you are managing and multitasking and handling all these obstacles as if it's nothing. It's what you're supposed to do. And even if it's not what you're supposed to do, the fact that you've been positioned in such places, the fact that you've been positioned in people's lives to be able to help them with the knowledge and awareness that you have of their obstacles. And you are such a leader of examples, not leader of an example. You are such a leader of examples. And though others aren't praising you and seem to not realize how valuable you are to them, Spirit wants to celebrate you. So there's something coming your way that it's going to seem like it just fell out the sky. You didn't even know that you signed up for something. You didn't even know that you ordered something. You didn't even know that you helped somebody out in such a way that you were to be remembered and valued, that they're going to show their gratitude and appreciation towards you. There is something that for some of you that is heading in your direction. There's something that you completely forgot about, that you stressed over once upon a time, that is going to find its way to you. And it's finding its way to you in the nick of time. And you're going to have this thought of, if I would have got it when I wanted it, it would have been gone. And you wouldn't have been able to appreciate the timing that is coming in for you in the now, in the going forward. At some point, I don't have quite a time frame. I'm seeing spring. So spring this year, spring next year, in between spring this year and spring next year. Something is going to find its way to you in just the nick of time, right when you need it. But due to you being in this energy of handling all your priorities and the extras without, the stress on your chest, without the pain and the ache in your back, your ankles, your knees, whatever the case may be, the timing that this return is going to find its way back to you. It's just going to come back to you in the nick of time, that if it had came to you then, it would have been seen as just not necessarily useless, but okay, I got it. Now I'm about to do whatever I'm going to. But the fact that it's coming in right when it seemed like all else has failed is Spirit way of showing you that your path has not been lived in vain, that you are being paid close attention to, that you have been having to live life in such moderation that Spirit is, in a sense, holding your allowance for you for when it's actually needed. So let's pull, which way do we want to go? All right, we're going to go this way. All right, and you have rock bottom. You have been building a life on unstable foundations. No matter how painful it might be, let go and watch this structure crumble so you can rebuild on a more solid foundation. And every day, every other day, may have seemed as if things are not as picture perfect as you know your energy, that you know your spirit is in alignment with. But spirit got you. It's coming. It's coming. I feel it. It's coming for you. All right. All this back and forth misery and toxic stuff, and you have not went through this stuff for no reason, and you have been abiding to the best of your capabilities to what it is that spirit has you in alignment for, in preparation of. Okay. And for you to still have shown so much grace, so much stability, even in instability, you are definitely worthy. So then you have time matters. Quit waiting for someone to return or for something to unfold precisely as you desire. You have to show up. Yeah, you have to show up to your new life, your new world, your new way of doing things. So with that card, what I am getting is overall everything that we've already said and so much more. But this is just spirit way of reassuring you that so long as you continue to live life and that you don't stand at that bus stop, or you just don't stand stagnant in that one place, just waiting with your hand out in misery and in tears, the fact that you have kept on moving even without is just proven to spirit constantly, not necessarily how bad you want it, but once again, how worthy you are of spirit's help and assistance. Because remember, we live in a world of duality. We are both light and dark. We are both God and the devil. Okay, we are living in a life of duality, and for you to have gotten to this point of appreciating yourself, of loving yourself, of learning to appreciate and love yourself, regardless of what you lack, regardless of what you have gained. Spirit wants you to continue to move forward. Don't wait. Even when you hear a message such as this and something's coming, something's returning, don't wait for it. Let it catch up with you. Let it meet you where you're at. Okay? So, whichever direction you are moving in towards you, towards your higher self, know the spirit is paying attention, and know the spirit is very much so proud of you. And the spirit is in divine timing. This divine intervention will meet, greet you, and honey, fulfill you in so many ways to give you the confirmation and the affirmation. And the affirmation. Spirit is everything. Spirit is real. The universe is working with you, not against you. Though things have seemed as such a burden, even in your past times of remembering yourself, of realizing the towers after the towers, whether it's been in relationships, whether it's just been in your companionships, your collaborations with others, your whether it's been just simply in your right to exist. Spirit is real. Spirit is you, and you have definitely been keeping hope alive. So then you have solitude, okay? Try not to absorb any more external energy, and carve out some essential alone time to give you a chance to experience and discover who you really are as an individual. Baby, you did it, you're doing it, and you know that time of solitude, it never ends. Because though we are moving about externally and we're amongst others, it's the solitude that you have within your mind. Your body is your temple, and your mental supports you. How you support yourself, how you allow your spirit to speak to you. That voice that you hear, you've been able to identify when it's been a projection of others and when it's actually your voice speaking to you, when it's your spirit speaking to you and speaking light and love into you, and also pointing out your insecurities, your darkness, and motivating you beyond the darkest spots of those stories, of those tales, of your existence. Huh, baby? Okay, then you have experiment. Okay. And it reads, life is a consistent question that can never be answered. It can only be lived Life is full of little experiments. Keep attempting long enough, and pretty soon the experiment will pay off. As you have and as you've seen it, as you have witnessed things, as you are becoming, you are witnessing how your life is growing. You are witnessing those difficulties that you once experienced no longer being difficulties. You are becoming the master of yourself. You are learning what messages to listen to. You are learning what signs to pay attention to. You are realizing how things resonate with you. You are working, you are continuously, constantly working to understand yourself in the many places that you have been, the many places that you are, the many places that you know that you are well equipped to go in the direction of. Even understanding the detours that spirit throws in your direction and realize God's protection. Rejection is God protection. Okay, keeping that liability repellent on deck. All right, so then you have Blue Moon. You are about to get a rare chance. Something extraordinary is coming your way. Okay, these opportunities don't come around too often. Grab hold of it, and you will be happy you did. Confirmation. So what's that phrase that they use? Once in a blue moon, honey. There's a blue moon every year, but your blue moon does not rotate in the cycles that astrology necessarily does, though you're well taken care of during that time. But once in a blue moon for you is about your relationship with spirit and how spirit aligns itself with you. And know, like, you know what? They deserve a break. They deserve a break from the hardship. They deserve a break from the stress. They deserve a break from the disbelief of no one cares. With the world card and the hangman supporting this read, you see your world so differently than other people are even willing to try to see themselves in their world. You have, once again, the solitude, you have invested so well into your mental abundance, your organization of it, your accountability, your awareness, the clarity that has been had, the clarity that could be had. You weighed out your options. You've even realized your opponents, even though you are not in competition with anyone. You have completely supported yourself. You are learning even more so now than ever to trust yourself. At the top of the deck, you have watchful power. Your guides are guarding you and want you to know that you are safe and protected from whatever it is that you are fearful from. The worst is now behind you. What do we say? What? Okay, gotta check yourself in the mirror. Flex a little bit, flex a lot of it. Enjoy yourself, honey. Enjoy yourself. Spirit is giving you all confirmation. Okay, all confirmation, and then you have ease. Now, appreciate a smoother journey ahead as past obstacles and barriers are being lifted away. Believe that your path forward is in harmony with positive energy and boundless opportunities. Baby, look. Did spirit give serving it, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, you have passions ignited. It is time to find joy in life's simple pleasures. Whenever you learn to enjoy in what lights you up, that's your vibration. That's your vibration. Okay, you hear that word? That's your vibration will rise and attract more passion and contentment in your life. Honey, what they say, this girl is on fire. You walking on fire, honey. You just, Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. And we want to get a little sneak peek, just a little sneak peek. Spirit says, split the deck. Okay, so at the bottom, you have the Four of Swords and you have the Lovers. But since that we have the Lovers, we are going to split the deck again and we are going to cover the Lovers. Ooh, with another split deck, and you have Death. Clarifying and confirming. Honey, I'm seeing this clown on the ground defeated. I'm seeing the lady holding the child and the baby looking up at the lady like, what's wrong, mommy? The rebirth, the birth of you anew. How you see yourself today, a year from now, continuing going forward, you are going to look back at yourself today and you are going to feel everything that you felt today. But a year from now, to reflect on yourself a year from now on today, we can't speak for the whole world, but to speak for yourself and knowing what's going on in the world and how you did not let the energies, the external energies, defeat you, to know how you stood up for yourself. And even though it felt like a long time coming, but change gonna come. Even though it felt like a long time coming, change did come. And you have bared witness of that testimony of yourself, of your own actions. When others did not believe in you, you learned that it did not need the need for other people's validation. You did not need you wanted others to validate it, for others to validate you. You wanted for others to be with you. You wanted for others to align with you, to be suitable for you. But what you needed was you. And you got you in the most intimate form that one can ever experience love. What is better than that? Yes, you can desire to have someone with you in the support, as far as support of the experience. But regardless of who's walking alongside of you, regardless of who's trying to catch up, regardless of who's ahead, to center yourself, to be grounded with yourself, to understand yourself, to even come to the point where you understand even reflection is God's protection. You hear that? Even reflection is God's protection, because it gives you that opportunity to show you how much you really love and appreciate yourself, that you refuse to bury things and the responsibilities of yourself. You refuse to hinder yourself with the false narratives of yourself. You want to see yourself in all ways and perspectives that life is experienced with you. Like, honey, let's take these cards and let's move them right here on the side, okay? Because we got a little bit more to pull. Okay, we got more to pull. Let's move that out of the camera view. Hey, that's you. That's you. You got that. You don't need, you living it. All right, where do we want to go now? Ooh, okay. So at the bottom, we have creativity. Yeah, you had to get very creative. You had to explore. You had to understand that there are more different ways and walks of life, that where you grew up at, whom you grew up around, was not the end all be all, that there was more for you to experience, for you to get to the level up of yourself and the union of yourself, the unity with yourself, to experience life, even though the way that others live life was in disagreement of your conditioning. It's like a buffet. You put on your plate what you wanted. You put on your plate what you needed. You might even put a little on your plate of what you desired and then change your mind and say, you know what, I thought that I wanted that, but you know what, I have the right to change my mind and I no longer want that. But you've equipped yourself with everything that it was going to take to fulfill you, and you continue to do that. And that's what Spirit loves about you so much, your ambitious nature, to be in tune with you, to stay in alignment with you, to be able to identify yourself in any situation. So and it says stuck energy. So this is the Repairing Evolution Growth card deck, and it says alignment. You have stuck energy that can be caused by holding on to pain or having resentment. Not resentment. Resistance to let go. Let's read this all over you. You have stuck energy that can be caused by holding on to pain or having resented to let new energy flow in. Get grounded and reconnect to your body once again. Who needed that message? You did once upon a time. And you, I'm sorry, I'm just so stuck on that because seeing the reflection of the water behind her, notice she's moving forward, open window, fly, ready to just take that leap of faith. Don't know what's on the other side of that, but it seems as if, it's some fresher layout out there. But the reflection of yourself that you've left in the past, that stuck energy no longer exists for you, though it exists for you within memory, and you don't get stuck in the memories of what used to be. And even if you have just for a moment gotten stuck, in a dwelling place, I don't want to say stuck, but in a dwelling place of, oh my God, this happened to me, you give yourself a moment to release that energy, because that's the energy that's trying to creep in to hold you back. That's that energy that's trying to creep in and say, hey, nah, remember who the fuck you were. It's like the devil and the angel in the cartoons, right? And this is the past saying, hey, remember me? Yeah, you remember. You remember every time. You remember each and every tear that you cried. You remember every time that you aggravated yourself so much that you wind up getting out of alignment with yourself. So don't let go of those memories, but set them free. And they always gonna come back to you when those lessons are finding themselves as a reflection of something that's reoccurring in your life that's familiar energy. So then also the baby, you have abundance and security. Okay. All right. And then you have distorted view perception. Now, abundance and security, we no need to read that, but we would definitely read distorted view and perception. A change in perception is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a from a wounded place. Choosing to heal, this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healed viewpoint. So your distorted view of yourself, they say that there's light at the end of the tunnel. And once again, you got the water of reflections. Your darkness is a part of who you've been, is a part of who you are. And here with abundant security right in between the two of them, it says money energy like anything else. Money energy is like anything else. Let's read it. Money energy is like anything else. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Clock that, all right? Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives you the energy of abundance. And it's expectancy in every dollar you receive. Now that you are supported and the money will know that you are supported and the money will flow. So, like I said, money energy is just like anything else. It's just like anything else. So, even if you're in the financial bind of census, honey, you don't chase, you attract. And the energy that you align yourself with, like I said, don't stand still. You've learned this, and if you didn't hear it in words, you're hearing it in words now. Don't stand still. Keep on moving. What's meant for you will catch up. And then it says better boundaries. Creating better boundaries requires self love and discipline. It's not about you shutting people out or being unkind. It is about you telling them you care enough about yourself to create boundaries that are for your highest good, okay? Clear communication is needed to keep your boundaries intact. Now, with this, I'm feeling the energy that I always feel. Clear communication. Remember, your actions is communication. You don't always need to speak in words because when you speak in words, people are looking for your words to match your energy. People are looking for your words to match your actions. All right? So it says letting go. All right, we got kind of running out of time. And then self-care and balance. And at the bottom, excuse me, you have denial. There is a situation that you are refusing to see clearly. Living in denial can create false scenarios to see things that are not accurate. Have the courage to discern, have the courage and discernment to dig deep in the truth of the situation. Now, if there's anything, seeing how I didn't read the happy-go-lucky cards. All right, I read the cards that was more so in regards to still maybe a bit of work to do. As he said, keep on moving forward. Continue with your self-work with yourself. You've been doing amazing. Even with these cards that come and remind you, it's just a reminder to let you know how far you have come and the tools that you have utilized to get you to this place of betterment. From where you could have been, the turns that you could have took, and where you could have potentially wound up had you hadn't. All right? So where are we going now, Spirit? All right. So with the blue, since we got blue moon, let's go ahead and pull from the Moonology deck and see. So we have meditation and contemplate. Okay. Meditation and contemplate. Pisces new moon. All right. Caught you. And then it says cut your losses. Cut your losses. The past. Right top. Yeah. Time for healing. Surrender to the divine. Mystery. And at the bottom you have go for it. And at the bottom, you have watch for signs, follow the moon. So now that we've got the majority of that read out of the way, Spirit said, do not beat yourself up for feeling familiar feelings. Do not beat yourself up for realizing that things that you thought that you got over, that you're not quite over yet, that you have not quite gotten rid of the residue that still exists. And do remember, sometimes things come back temporary for a moment, because though you may qualify it as you're being tested, you can see it that way. But you can also see it as in you're just exercising those muscles because you've been without those trials and those tribulations for so long. And just like with social media and just like with technology, things change. Things change a lot, quick and fast. Like, for instance, myself, I'm not into the whole love and hip hop or Black Ink Crew type of energy. And I use those because that's like the most common example that I use when it comes down to um, certain ways of lifestyle. And I'm not talking about the flashiness and money, I'm talking about the drama aspect, the combativeness of it all, and surrounding yourself with people who constantly show you that they are going to deceive you, that they're gonna choose themselves and violate you in the meantime while they're choosing their self, when there's no need to violate you. Just go make your choice and leave me the heck out of it, right? So just like that, I may take a glance and a glamour at, just look a little bit at Love and Hip Hop or past episodes of Black Ink Crew, and their TV shows, series, and everything. And I look to see how confrontational people are, because I'm not really a confrontational person, but I do like to equip myself with understanding what I may potentially one day be up against. I do enjoy studying behaviors of people who walk a certain lifestyle that I don't personally choose for myself, that I would not personally choose for myself. And when I say the lifestyle, I'm not talking about what they got on. Because if you got money, no matter if you even allowing your bank account, your checking account, your debit card to be in the negatives, you can make yourself look very fancy and very appealing. But when I say a certain lifestyle, I'm talking about the mental mentality type of lifestyle. The accessibility that they need to conflict, or that they allow and permit themselves a conflict. And that's just me. So do understand that if ever something of your past seems to come back, this is spirit helping you and giving you an opportunity to go through this obstacle course to see if you can get a better time of getting out of it. Or see if you can get a better time of realizing that, this might be something good for me. This might be something that I can use. So acknowledge that of yourself. Let's take this card right here, and it says, you are not moving too slow. You are not moving too slow. Drop the self-included pressure. You are at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. Smile, breathe, carry on. Baby, if that's not what we've been, honey, that's exactly what we've been talking about. And then, honey, and then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 as your number card. 1, 2, 3, 4. So things are happening in divine order, okay? Things are happening for you, okay? We have spiritual guides, progress, justice, structure, system, processing, conditioning, and rules. Overall energy, good luck. You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall into place. So continue to have your faith. Continue to have your faith. Let go of that disbelief, because just by the way that you lived your life, you have already proven that anything is possible. All right? So, rebels, I love you. Go take care of yourself. But Spirit said, we're going to grab this right here. And, you got partnership. Oh, it says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. So, rebels, I love you. I adore you. But you got stuff to do. Come live your life. Make it do what it needs to do for you. Go, rebels.